Hi, welcome to my channel. My name's Carrie, and I am so excited that you're here for this reading. Today, we are going to be looking at your life path. My sense is that many of you are making big decisions right now on your journey and wondering which direction to go in. And this is going to be a channel message also from the goddess Hekate, so let's get into the reading. Now, this particular spread that I'm going to be doing actually was channeled to me from Hecate, which I'm so excited to share with you. I love working with her, and she is coming forward so much for the collective at this point in history, which is an incredible thing because she's an ancient goddess who really spans so much as far as being able to help us on our life path, our spiritual path, our healing path, and our empowerment journey. So let's just start pulling cards and see what we're getting here for her. The first thing she is mentioning to me is that a lot of you right now, as I said, are looking at different paths, which path to choose. And there's a hesitancy here for some of you. And we're going to start with path one. So this will resonate for some of you. So the first thing that I'm being shown is the Four of Wands. And the Four of Wands specifically is a card of stability. It is a card of joy of being at a home where you feel like you are being celebrated, where you are being admired, where you feel a sense of acknowledgement, but also that you feel as though you're passionate about what you're doing and able to share that with those in your home. So this is a really important message here for some of you because some of you are feeling really supported at this point. So if that is you and you're feeling supported, let's move forward and just see what other messages Hecate is bringing forth for you as far as your life goes. See, this is it right here. It's not so much for me with you not feeling supported. This is about you having a hard time making this decision. You're pulling these major arcana right here. You have the Tower card, you have the Devil, so this is as though you're being backed up against a wall. That's what I'm hearing. She's saying, now's the time to jump off the cliff. It feels a little bit frightening to do that. It feels as though you haven't made up your mind. You don't know if it's the right direction. And there's a point here. She's saying that you've been looking in a looking glass. That's what I'm hearing. And taking extra long to try and make this decision. I feel like this is really connected to your career. That's what she's mentioning to me. So let's just see what other insights we can bring forth for you to give you some depth. This makes perfect sense. And I'm completely seeing what this is about now. This has to do with we have the Two of Swords here and the Six of Cups. There's a concern here that if you make a choice, it will upset the equilibrium of your home, as though you feel as not going to have things be the same as they are right now. That if you change something, your home life will change. And that's coming forward also here again with the Four of Wands. So you've got these two layers of things that are pushing up against you. You have your deep desire for something to change, for the excitement of the opportunity, but also you're wondering if it's gonna upset things, and I think this is connected to your partner. So I'm gonna dig down a little deeper on this path and just see what else we're getting, and I'm hearing again, this is the position. You are at the center of this, and so this is what I'm getting. You're getting the Three of Cups here, which is a card of community and celebration and excitement and fun and support and interest, as though I want this is specifically what she's saying. She's saying, "You're not gonna be getting up something if you make this choice. In fact, what you're going to be receiving is more of something in your life." So although you feel as though it's gonna jeopardize your home life and that something is going to try and take place of what you currently have, that's not at all the case is what she's saying. She's saying also that you have kind of you're a planner and you've outlined this. Queen of Pentacles. So you're probably leaning pretty heavily on that earth energy, which would be Virgo, Capricorn. Am I sounding about right? Taurus energy. So you could have a prominent placement in there. And the one thing about this placement is you're very practical. So being practical doesn't necessarily something that's going to have to hold you back, but you have to know again, more is more. Allow yourself to have both things, both the career as well as having a happy home life. So let's see what is holding you back now. Okay. Uh, 10 of Wands. So that's feeling a burden, feeling a responsibility. I feel like you're feeling a financial responsibility and as though it's pressuring you and you're concerned whether if you make this choice, you will be abandoning your commitment to your loved ones. And really, I'm hearing nothing could be further from the truth that you've put yourself last for such a long time or pretty far down there. But this opportunity is a fantastic opportunity. Okay, let me see what's visible here. This is the next part of this reading. Again, we're going to look at path number 2 in just a moment as well. So, what is clearly visible? This is kind of funny because we just pulled the same card and you guys saw me shuffle that. So what's clearly visible is that you're stressed, that you have a lot on your plate, that you have an enormous amount of responsibility. And so you feel like you can't upset the status quo. And if you do that, you're going to be tipped over yourself, but also it's going to affect your family and your home life. Okay, so let's look a little deeper into your spiritual life. And this is actually where I'm going to pull a Hecatean oracle card. These cards are connected completely to the goddess Hekate, a beautiful offering to her from the creator. So let's see what comes forth for your spirit life. Mhm. This makes sense. The dark moon is coming in. This is obviously very connected in with her as well. So the dark moon means it's really when we go into the place, the beginning before creation, where we're leaning into before we start going and creating something, we are reevaluating, we're deciding, okay, what are we putting forth? What is the manifestation? This is just really telling you to get down to the seed of truth, to the very core of what is that you want? What is the desire you have? What do you want to put forth? What is your wish when it comes to your career? And if you dig down there a little bit deeper, it's going to come to light because, again, this is your spirit talking. This is your blueprint. This is something that is connected to your soul. So give yourself that expression. I'm feeling compelled. And then to use this deck again, it's saying, oh, the next one we're getting in this read is others. So, what are the external influences around you? Let's take a peek and see. Okay. So we're getting this beautiful card of incubation. And if you notice, let me just point out some of the things. The cave is here, and you can see this is almost like inside just after when you've looked at the dark moon and you're looking at the seed of what is potential. This again, I feel like some of you do have a really supportive partner. So this is connected to others. So this is really saying somebody is supporting your dreams. Someone is encouraging you and someone is really saying, take a chance. This is your time. It's really you're going to be feeling stagnant if you stay status quo with where you are. That's really something that I'm hearing here and feels impending, absolutely impending. Okay, so let's go and see what is coming ahead of you. I want to just do a little snapshot for this uh, person who we're talking to again, this channeled message. Let's see who's coming forward for you. What's the message here? What's coming up? Okay. And see, this is what I love when spirit's very clear, especially for somebody who has placements or pentacles, because here's the end game of what you're going to get the 10 of Pentacles. The 10 of Pentacles absolutely is saying to you that your dream, your vision of what you want to manifest, all the things that you've been desiring, you can even, this is one of my favorite versions of the 10 of Pentacles because you can see the interior of this tree, which means that you making these decisions is going to affect future generations. It is going to affect your family. It's going to help you. And I'm just getting this sense of growth here. So you have so much coming up for you. Okay, so we're going to move now into the second potential path. Now, this may be for you, the same person, or it may be for someone else. So take it if it resonates. Again, Hekate is very clear that she told me that a lot of you guys are making these big choices in your life. And so she wants to address as many of you that she possibly can. And so I'm going to just lean into that and see what the number two the second path rather is coming forward with. And again, here we go. Path two, a potential alternative for you. This could be you, this could be someone else. Let's see what we get. Six of Pentacles. So I feel like we're talking about a different person, a different collective. So this particularly feels as though it's someone who's trying to really make sure that whatever step they're taking, that there is equality, equilibrium, and a very much a give and take. That's what I'm noticing here. So part of the thing here is that in your life, you've had many positions and also situations where you've been the one who's given more than others. I'm seeing this equation of like you've given um a f- like four times more than most people, and most people have given just literally two times the amount. So this is something to note that at this point in your life, your path is leading you towards wanting to have more. That's a big part of this. Okay. And let's see what your energy is at the center of this. Again, Kate is being really wise with all of us. She's trying to give us as much information as possible so we can have clarity when we're making our choices. Here's what's coming up with you at the center. And this is what I want to say again. We're getting a lot of earth energy here that I think is keeping us stuck. Now, earth energy is phenomenal for manifesting, but it can also keep us stagnant and stuck if we don't keep it moving and if we don't mix it with other elements. So, because of the devil card, it can mean different things in this scenario. What I'm feeling is that it has to do with you not wanting to give up anything in order to move forward. I don't feel like I'm talking to a person who's afraid of change, but I also feel as though you're holding on to too much in order to get to the next place. You may have to give up something in the position that you have, which means like some authority, some responsibility, maybe some creature comforts that are in what you currently have. But the end result I'm hearing is going to be worth it because you're going to end up going further than you had imagined in the first place. Okay, so again, let's get what's holding you back. That's probably a lot of what we just saw in the devil card before, too, is that creature comforts. But let's see what spirit's got here. Okay. All right. This is the Queen of Swords. I'm a Queen of Swords, a Libra. So if you have any strong placements in air signs. So that would be Libra, that would be Aquarius, right? And that would also kind of Gemini, keeping you stuck in your head a little. So you're vacillating between one thing and the next thing. You also are a little bit removed because Queen of Swords can sometimes be a little bit disconnected from their emotions. So this would mean that you're not necessarily getting into your feelings and trusting what your intuition is telling you. You're a little bit too much in your head. So that's going to be something that could hold you back possibly. So you want to look within, check on that and make sure that nothing is stopping you or keeping you spinning your wheels or not moving forward. That's what I'm hearing here. Okay. So let's look at what is clearly visible, this essence of this energy, what is actual and what is factual and what is clearly there that I believe you already know about. Let's see what that is. Okay, boom. The tower just wants to be here today. I'm for it. So one thing you know is that the change you're gonna make is gonna be big and that it is going to um I'm hearing upset your equilibrium, but you know it's also a good change. It's almost as though we know the insight is that if we make this decision and we move forward, we in fact will be in a much better place than when we started. But I think that's one of the problems. I feel like I'm talking to some people that have some planets in Gemini here. Gemini, love ya. And sometimes you get ahead of yourself because you're so smart. You go back and forth between things that you tend to get there's a sense of being captured a little bit in the future possibilities. So it's keeping you slightly stuck. I am hearing that. Let's do also what's going on with your spiritual life here. Okay, for the person number two. Okay, Two of Pentacles. So again, there's a lot, boy, we have a lot of earth energy here and we have a lot of air energy coming forth. So look for those placements in your chart if these things resonate for you. If this reading feels like it's you, just know that it's part of your astrology and your chart that's sort of keeping you stuck a little bit in these loops back and forth and back and forth. So the Two of Pentacles is very much, as far as the number two goes, it's a choice, it's a decision. And it's grounded because it's earth energy, but it's also vacillating between which decision is best. Now, I like to say it's further along than the Two of Swords because the Two of Swords, you're not moving far at all. You're just stuck there. But the Two of Pentacles is still weighing things out. So sorting through some decisions. And I feel like what we're needing to know, because this is the spiritual life, to me, there's more of a rub between what your inner nudge is from spirit and your intuition and your head. And that's more the struggle. So your guides and your intuition, your higher self is saying it's time to let the guard down and you need to put your spiritual life in the forefront a little more and trust what it is you're getting. All right, let's see what your external influences are. I'm going to move into another deck they're mentioning here. So let's see what we get for those around you. Ace of Swords. So this is lovely. So Ace of Swords is very clear, direct communication. So it seems to me like your loved ones that are around you are saying, just make a choice. They're trying to get you to clearly see what the decision is, to lay the cards out on the table, Hekate is mentioning to me. I'm also seeing them having a vision of how this will benefit you. And I even feel like we have some partners who are nudging you and pushing you forward a little bit and leaning into a little more and letting you know, listen, this actually might really be something that you might want to consider. This is a good idea. This is a good opportunity. So don't think it's not going to get you where you want to go. Again, I feel like we're really talking about career here in a lot of senses. Okay. Now let's look at what's coming down the road for you in regards to this choice that you're making. And what can we look for? They're telling me to pick two cards. Okay. So we have a lot of the Wands energy coming out for you. We have the Knight of Wands, which is like carrying of the torch. And then we also have the 10 of Wands. So what I want to say to you is, again, this goes back to what we mentioned a moment ago, that you might have a small amount of discomfort when you're first moving into this new position I'm getting, whatever your choice is, but in the end, it's going to be worth it. So you're starting out strong with this Knight of Wands passion and drive, but you're going to feel a little bit of discomfort initially, because sometimes when you're doing something new or you're adding on a new responsibility, there is that weight that comes with having to add on learn new skill set, connect with new types of people, take off your I'm hearing take off the mask. That has been coming up a lot lately, which means being really authentic about this and knowing that this is going to be a bit of hard work. But at the same time, I just get this sense that it's really worth it to you and that you're going to have access to things that you didn't have access to before when it comes to uh, opportunities and lightness. I keep seeing this area of light like opening up for you as if new possibilities are coming into play for you and into focus. Let's go into Hecate's deck here and just see what messages are coming forward. So these cards now are going to be solely focused on bringing forth a channeled message for everyone who can accept this. So those are the two paths we looked at. And now we're just moving into oracle messages. So let's just see what she's got for us straight from Hekate. Okay, so wow. These are powerful archetypes which are connected to Hekate. So we have this strong archetypal figure, the eater of life. Honestly, this energy just reminds me so much of what we call the Lilith energy. That means devouring and moving through and releasing these heavy, dense energies that are blocking us, that are keeping us trapped in old patterns. This is that devil card coming up really clearly because essentially, I know this visual looks very intimidating and intense, but what the energy Hekate is saying is this is a time for you not to hold back. This is a time for you to jump off the cliff. This is a time for you to burn through the things that are keeping you spinning your wheels and stuck. And so it's an important thing for you to begin taking the time you need to see what am I holding on to, right? Okay, so we're going to look at subconscious aspects now. This is coming, she's calling this the nighttime card. So let's see what she's got. Yep, this makes sense. So right away, we have the transformation card here. So this is really talking about, again, we have the cleansing card, right? Now we have the transformation card, this energy of potent potential that's coming forward, embodiment of your spiritual path, embodiment of your spiritual energy in order for you to manifest and move into your blueprint. This is what I'm getting so much from Hekate as of late is that people are moving into their soul's purpose, to their blueprint, and they're feeling the urge to be in alignment with that. That this might feel uncomfortable for some time for some people, but it's going to be so worth it because you're going to be completely in alignment with your truth. When you're in alignment with your truth, you really are in such a powerful place. Okay, this is the torch, which is what's the guiding light? This is tapping in again to spiritual wisdom. Ah, she's just coming up here. I love this. This is truly Hekate. We have the death card in this oracle deck, which is different than slightly different than the one that's in a tarot deck. But essentially, what we're talking about is literally, I'm hearing this sounds intense, ripping off the skin of the things that are just not serving you. You are taking off an old set of clothes you used to wear. You really are transforming. I'm getting the chills. So what this means is that you're taking off the things, the patterns, the ways of doing things, the ways of thinking, the ways of communicating, the ways of not accelerating, and you're just cleansing that from yourself. Now, this is an intense process, she's saying, and I know this because I work with a lot of you, and I'm watching you go through your spiritual awakening in a whole new way. It's so much more engaged than I have ever seen it before in all my years of being a mentor. I wanna really recognize that it's not always comfortable, and you feel sometimes as though you're not yourself, but what Hekate is really saying is do those nurturing things that reset and recalibrate your energy. If you need to take nice warm baths or get massage or do what you can to, journal to get your head clear. Meditation, of course, is incredible, spending time in nature. It's like all of these different aspects of things we absolutely need that she's giving us the green light for. Okay, we're gonna move into the, Sacred Oracle, which is definitely Sacred Forest Oracle, rather. This is a beautiful deck, which has so much rich imagery when that will connect you to nature spirits and the elemental realm, as well as just being connected to Mother Earth. So we're going to be just pulling from there for our final couple of cards here. So this is going to be connected to your inner child. That's what we have in this. So let's see what we have going forward for our inner child and what our inner child is giving us and needing from us. Again, if this reading resonates, it would be amazing if you want to like and subscribe. Also, feel free to check out some of my other videos. I have meditations and a few other things. Okay, this is incredible. So we have toadstools here. We have growth. again. This whole it's beautiful. It's got flowers all around it, but you know what this reminds me of is that suit that she just mentioned. And that, the transformation of, like, taking off and cleansing yourself from that heaviness, that dankness, that part of you that's been hiding and waiting and lying dormant, and really needing to be in a place of real alignment, real alignment. Okay, so last things here. What are you resisting? What are you ignoring? What do you need to know? Hecate is coming forward really strongly in order to bring so much healing and clarity. She is calling us out here on the ways in which we get stuck. So let's just recognize that we're all in this together. Remember, you're not doing this alone. But I really wanna let you know to lean into this, to accept the wisdom that she's giving us, and to let yourself be guided. If this is a message that resonates for you, just take it. All right, here we have Spirit Guardian of Winter Retreat. So remember, as you're going through your massive ascension that you are just in your own version of it, you're resisting wanting to do the work at times. And the thing you need to know is the more you let go and surrender and do what is required to help you heal, the more that spirit will meet you where you are, and you will have access to so much knowledge, so much wisdom, and also your spiritual path will start to unfold. You'll start meeting the right people that can help you. You start finding the right books. The synchronicities will start aligning, and you will have access to so much guidance, and even more so than you ever had before. So let's do the final card. How can you accomplish your manifestation? Let's see what's coming forward. Let's pull 2 for this one. I just love this reading. Yes. So we've got a lot of powerful energy coming out here. Okay. So we have the energy spirit, which is energy, which is fire energy. And then we have Pegasus transcending. So both of these cards are really saying to me, after this deep work you're gonna be doing, after you make these decisions, whichever side you find yourself on, you are going to be led by the hand and guided forward, even if you don't know where you're going into this point of transformation. And you are going to have such an incredible rewarded state of mind because you're going to be able to be where you're wanting to go. You're not going to be resisting as much when it comes to what you thought was going to be so difficult. You're going to see the benefit of it. You're going to be able to, again, see the light at the end of the tunnel. And there's so much guidance coming your way. I can't wait to see what I hear in the comments for this reading. Please let me know if it's resonated. As always, thank you so much for being here. Be sure to like and subscribe. We'll see you in the next reading.